Welcome to The Rite of Passage with Vanessa Riley, the podcast where storytelling meets passion and every page turns into a new adventure. I'm your host, Vanessa Riley, and together we'll dive deep into untold histories, reflect on current events through a historical lens, share behind-the-scenes writing insights, and explore the ups and downs of the author's journey. From rich historical novels to unforgettable characters to pop culture's intrusion on the written word, hey, we're going to explore it all. So grab your pen, your notebook, and let's begin our journey through the written word. Let's start your rite of passage. Numbers that kill. The validation race. When I was in school, I once had a saying, sleep you can get any old time, but grades last forever. At the time, I meant it. It wasn't the best mindset, but it fueled my drive to maintain a near-perfect GPA. As an overachiever, I found great comfort in metrics, things that can be measured, quantified, and tracked. That's how I knew I was doing well. They were the invisible pat to the shoulder. You did good. With working, divorced parents who just always couldn't be there, numbers were a great substitute. Numbers gave me a sense of security, a tangible way to validate my efforts, to validate me. Unfortunately, I'm not alone. I believe the validation race is everyone's personal kryptonite, and the obsession starts young. My last year in elementary school, I'm going way back, I won everything. The Citizenship Award, honors in science and math, a spot on the honor roll. It was ridiculous that day. I was weighed down in certificates and medals. It was glorious. Just an amazing experience to be recognized by my teachers and the principal. But I remember very vividly that same day being called to a third grade classroom to encourage my younger brother. He was upset he hadn't won anything. I had to gently explain to him that awards like these were given in the 6th grade because students were preparing to transition to middle school. It wasn't his time. Still, it was difficult to celebrate my accomplishments while knowing he was in pain. Even though he wasn't eligible for the awards, he still felt the sting of being left out. That's what the constant chase for validation does to us. We seek it even when we don't need it, even when it's not our time to be evaluated or recognized. We chase the numbers, keep running on the validation treadmill. But the problem with numbers is that when you focus on them too much, you lose sight of the journey. This isn't just an issue for young people and students. It follows us into adulthood, into our careers, and for those of us who write, into the publishing world. As an author, numbers are everywhere. It starts with word count. How many words does it take to complete a manuscript? How many words will get cut during editing? Then the timeline comes. How long does it take to get through copy edits? I had a friend of mine show me how to take a manuscript that was copy edited and put it into Pages to track the number of revisions. And while that was cool to learn, it was just another number to haunt me, to obsess over, and to get right, whatever that means. More publishing numbers. How quickly the book needs to be turned around. How many months, days to pub. And then the number shifts to reception, the number of views, Goodreads ratings, NetGalley, and Idlewise requests. And the numbers don't stop. They just change shape. Once the book is out, the chase continues. The number of posts on social media, the number of followers, the number of subscribers. The formula for success remains elusive. And the pressure builds. Writers aren't alone in this. No matter your field, numbers are always chasing you. Performance metrics, annual reviews, engagement rates, sales quotas. The cycle never ends. And after a while, this constant pursuit can overshadow the real goal: growth, creativity, and fulfillment. The endless race can lead to burnout. And burnout looks different for everybody. Some people cry. Some people yell. Some people run miles to clear their head. Me? I bake deep dish apple pies. My husband knows I'm in trouble when I start making a pie crust from scratch for no particular reason. He can hear how hard I'm chopping those apples. He sees the intricate lacework I'm designing on the crust. I'm cutting those vents really slowly. Each crimp and delicate braid a sign I'm trying to regain control in a world that feels overwhelming. That's when he knows to bring me a latte or a pile of chocolate, because his wife is spiraling. The truth is, we all need people who can pull us out of the chase, who can remind us to stop counting and start living. Rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity. And rest doesn't always mean sleep, just as praying and ceasing doesn't mean sitting still. Resting is an active practice. It can be stepping away from the numbers, engaging in something that feeds your soul, or simply taking a breath. Rest looks different for everyone, but without it, we suffer. Our bodies wear down, our creativity dims, and our minds stop firing in the ways we need them to work. For a writer, that means losing the very words we work so hard to find. How do we heal? How do we stop the obsession? I honestly don't know. We all tick differently. Some books that might help are The Courage to be Disliked by Ishiro Kishimi and Fumitake Kogo. I am so sorry about that pronunciation. A thought-provoking book based on Alderson psychology that challenges the need for external validation and encourages self-acceptance. Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach explores the power of self-compassion and mindfulness to break free from the cycle of seeking approval. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown, a powerful read on embracing authenticity and letting go of the need for validation from others. What Happened to You by Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Bruce Perry looks at how past experiences shape our need for validation and how to heal from them. Fiction provides great examples of validation in all stages. A favorite, Before I Let Go by Kenny Ryan, deals with validation, self-worth, and healing for both main characters, Yasmin and Josiah, as they try to define their post-divorce evolving identities. One of the reasons I loved writing Scarlett Wilcox in my upcoming novel, A Wager at Midnight, is because she has divorced that part of her brain that seeks judgment. She doesn't care what others think, unless it affects her family. Yet as brave and bold and daring as she is in seeking her path to bring medicine to those who cannot get it, those whom society deems ineligible or unworthy, she still slips into wanting validation from a physician, Stephen Carew. Scarlett is a good balance of all of us, and I love writing those moments where she is free of cares and when she is forced to face her fears. So I'm giving you permission to take a moment for yourself. If you take nothing else from this podcast, learn this. It's okay to rest. You don't have to bake the pie. It's necessary to rest and not focus on numbers or being superhuman. If you don't take care of you, your body, mind, and creative being, the world will chew you up, dry up your spirit, and move on to the next overworked soul. But you are the hero of your own story, and every hero needs rest. So take off your cape, stretch it into a hammock, and allow yourself a moment of peace. Show notes include a list of the books mentioned in this broadcast. This week I'm highlighting Eagle Eye Bookshop through bookshop.org. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you'll come again. This is Vanessa Riley.